What's up, guys? Eric from JPC. Today we have a new AEM aq1 OBD2 data logger log pulled up. So this is a brand new product, just hit the market. We're gonna kind of go over some of the features that it has and some of the different things that we're able to do with it that you guys could implement on your cars. So this is a basic pass at the track. This is Mo Mackey's Turbo 2015. Um, Not sure what it ran on this pass, but this is one of the ones that we got, so we're just going to go over it real quickly here. This is the channels displaying on the graph right here. So we got our RPM, G meter, trans brake, boost, dome pressure, and fuel pressure. For you non-turbo people, dome pressure would be basically the amount of CO2 we're putting on top of the wastegates to make the boost go up. So we're going to start right here at the beginning. This line straight up and down would be the trans brake, where we release the trans brake on the starting line. So when you kind of hover over that, you can see, we left the starting line with 8 pounds of boost, about 4,800, 4780 RPM when you let go of the trans brake. So we roll on here, and you can see the G meter just starts to go up. So that's where the car actually took off. I also set a timer on the trans brake so that we can, keep track of where different events are happening. So you can, look at your time slip and say, well, at the 60-foot marker we did this, or at the 330 we did that, and maybe this is why a certain area of the track is slower for you that you need to work on. So we have our 0 time set, and we're going to roll out here. We hit full boost at 1.3 seconds. So that's pretty solid on a 17-inch tire. We go along. First thing I notice is this big dip in fuel pressure here. The fuel pressure is a white line. So I'm gonna make that flash for you guys so you can see it real well. So basically, as the boost came in, you see the fuel pressure goes up and it drops right after we hit our max G's. Typically, first thing that's going to come to my mind is there's probably not enough gas in the car. We preach that you should at least have a half a tank of fuel when racing it, and this is a prime example why. Justin was probably trying to, keep the weight down in the car as much as possible and kept it a little low on gas. So if I was at the track with him, I'd tell him to throw, a few gallons in it, because definitely don't want that to happen. So we got that. We can see our shift point right here. 7,400 RPM, hit the first shift at about 1.5 seconds. A little low in comparison to the 2.3. Out here we shifted the 2.3 at 8,100 RPM. So, not super consistent on the shifts. That could use some attention. Another thing that jumps out at me is the G meter. You see the G meter drop real hard on the 2.3 shift. So, basically, to me, it's telling me the converter's probably a little bit tight. It's pulling down too hard on the 2.3. So you're seeing this whole area that I just highlighted where the G meter's real low. So if we put a looser converter in it, maybe we could keep up the RPM right here, 200 to 300, and we'd have a real nice, swooping G meter like it should be. The G meter is a great tuning tool for you guys with 6R80s, because you can play with your shift points and make sure that your G's are falling the way that they should. If you see drastic up and down movement, your shifts are either too high or too low. Same thing with where you're locking the converter. You might see an area where you lock the converter and the G's drop off because you locked it too soon and you held the RPMs too low. So it's a great tool for everybody in that aspect. A little bit more difficult with the stick shift, because you'll watch the G meter unload and come back on every time you hit the clutch. But it'll be a good indicator on how well you're shifting the car. So it will help everybody. And plus, it's cool to say you cut 1.96 G's on 17-inch drag radials. So moving on from the G meter, got our boost, everything held in solid the whole pass, so that's good. If you start to see that taper off, it could be you're running out of turbo, or you got a charge coupler coming loose, something like that. So that's good. Everything looks good there. RPM's nice and clean and clear, so nothing goofy going on. Turn this off. And then from here, if you want to look at any other information, say we want to see, air fuel, we can just drag that over. This white line would be our air fuel, and it doesn't just record in Lambda. We can put it, if you prefer to look at it in Lambda, no problem. Just put it on Lambda. Apply that, and then there you go, and we'll have it displaying it, showing Lambda or ethanol, air fuel, or gasoline, whatever you want. Same thing, we can drag spark timing or short-term fuel trims, whatever you want. You just click and drag it over. So works pretty easy. And if you want to get rid of everything, you just want to look at RPM, you can just remove everything all in one shot. Drag over just the pieces you want to see at that given time. So here's a quick rundown on the aq1 and AEM data, and we'll do a couple more videos and show you some more in-depth looks at it.